Good evening, everyone. Tonight, the Carterville School Board made a decision regarding a former football coach accused of sexual assault. John Wakey was recently arrested for 9 counts of criminal sexual abuse against multiple students. Those crimes allegedly happened during his time as a coach a decade ago. Wakey pleaded not guilty in court today. The board announced Wakey's termination at a special meeting tonight, a meeting that allowed parents to comment on the situation. Devin Kidd has more from Carterville High School.
The Carterville School Board left tonight's public school board meeting to meet during a closed session to discuss John Wakey's employment within the district. Less than an hour later, they returned to address the crowd to let them know that his employment had been terminated. The school board voting unanimously to terminate Wakey's employment effective immediately. Wakey has 17 days to request a hearing and appeal the decision if he chooses. Dozens of parents and students showing up tonight to hear the outcome. When the floor was opened up for public comment, many parents were asking the question why it took over 10 years for these allegations to come to light and how no one saw the signs. Christian Gillespie has 4 students within the Carterville School District, and she says new systems need to be put in place to catch this kind of behavior.
From this moment forward, the people who are now aware and don't use their power in order to advocate and put systems in place that prevent this from occurring again in the future.
As the case continues, John Wakey's next court appearance is set for his pre-trial hearing, which is June 24th at 8 a.m. In Carterville, Devin Kidd, Heartland News.
The school district issued a statement tonight. The safety and well-being of our students is and always will be our highest priority. Carterville and the school district takes matters involving employee conduct and student safety extremely seriously, and tonight's action reflects that commitment.